Hello, kings and queens. Welcome to my channel, my show, Belle is You. Belle in French is beautiful, beautiful is you. And I am so excited to make this video because when I first initiated and started researching for my VA benefits on, what can I do? How can I get the help that I need? There was no videos on how to properly apply for your VA benefits. And so I just felt like this video is perfect timing. And if you are new to my channel, I would like for you to subscribe, like, and click that notification bell. That way you can get notification when I uploaded a new video. And I pray that this video helps you in every way. So to get straight into it, when I first started figuring out that I was going to actually leave the military, the one thing that I've always heard is make sure you get your VA benefits. I had no idea what they were about. So, what's the place that we all go to? Well, the two places that we all go to when it comes to doing our research. Dr. Google, or Google if you're not looking for any doctor notices, or or YouTube. Those are the two places that we always go to. And so that's what I went to. I went on YouTube and I went to Google. Of course, YouTube, because there were other people that had their choices of how they did it, but nothing showed me how to properly apply. All I heard was, oh, it's easy to apply. Okay, if it's so easy to apply, why are we having so many issues with people applying and not getting the proper VA claim benefits? Why are they not receiving the percentage that they deserve? Why are veterans, World War II veterans of post 9/11, people that have served our country, why are they not properly being treated correctly, both financially, physically? Why are they not being taken care of? I mean, we placed our lives on the line. Why is it that we're not being taken care of properly? And it's because it's not something that's taught as it should be. So I'm going to tell you about my experience and what tips best help me in this process, okay? So the very first tip that I'm going to give you before you start your application is, if you are deciding to get out of the military, if you are still active duty, wait no later than 3.5 months to start applying for your VA benefits. Make that decision that I'm getting out in 3.5 months. I need to start applying, okay? And the reason I say 3.5 months, because you don't want to push it to 3 months. The earliest is 3 months, but excuse me, if you push it to 3 months, then you might not make it in time. So when you get out, you might still be waiting and have to go through this whole process. So if you are still active duty, I highly recommend that you make a decision on whether you're going to get out or not. Once you've made that decision, you need to apply for your VA benefits. Now, how do you apply for your VA benefits? You can go to va.gov and it will have all the information that you need. You're going to click on apply. You're going to create an account, okay? Now, once you've created your account, once you've logged in, you're going to go through this certain process where they're going to ask you a lot of personal questions about yourself, so they know that it's you, and that when the time comes, they know that you're the person that they're going to be giving compensation to. So you answer all the questions. My tip number 2 is make sure, let me go back. Make sure prior to this, I'm going to put a pause on this. Make sure prior to you applying, that tip number 2, you make sure you get your medical records. And when I say they're not going to give you your full medical records, like physically, but you can go back on your medical records on, if I'm not mistaken, because I just got out in 2022, you can go to Humana Military, and that should have all your active duty records. Excuse me, y'all, I had to be back. I had to cough. No, I'm not sick, but that would be rude for me to be coughing on the video. And so you will get all of your, you'll be able to review all of your military records. And once you're able to review all of your military records, you're able to go back and look at everything that you've ever claimed that was a headache, a pain in the shoulder, anything of that sort. You're able to look at that. And if there's something that you want to claim, you have until the very last day of your active duty to claim it on your records. Okay, don't let anybody ever tell you anything different. You have up until the very last day to claim everything. If you have an out processing physical, you need to make sure that you do that out processing physical. I did not have an out processing physical, but I did do a lot of claims throughout the years that I was inside of the military at that time. Now, on top of that, once you've got your records, I need you to make sure that you verify not only what you have on your records, but how have you been feeling during your time in the military. I need you to do a self-evaluation. And I say a self-evaluation. No, you are not a doctor. I am not a doctor, nor am I claiming to be a doctor. But what I am stating is that you know yourself better than anybody else. Okay? You know what hurts you. You know what pains and aches and soreness and troubles and issues and stress and anxiety. You know about all of these things that have happened to you personally. Nobody knows you better than you know yourself. Okay? Nobody can tell you about the pain that you are feeling. You can only tell them and let them know how you feel. So you need to evaluate yourself on how all the pains and the aches and the heartaches and the everything that you've ever felt during your time in the military, because all of this is going to count. Okay, all of this matters. Okay, so when I applied, I evaluated myself. Okay, I made sure I worked from the top of my head to the bottom of the soles of my feet. I was a military police officer, so I use myself as the fact that I got headaches from having multiple different types of shifts placed on me at the last minute. I've worked midday, I worked day shift, I worked night shift, I worked a day and night shift. I worked not overtime, but I worked long periods of hours. um, I have done it all, and so I used to get really bad headaches. It was a lot of stress placed on me, on part of the fact that I'm a single mother, so I had to make sure my son was taken care of in the time that I did have him. But I was at work more than I was at home, so the stress of my child, making sure that he's good to go if I miss something. So all of that counts. Okay, that causes stress, anxiety, that causes headaches, it causes pain inside of your physical body. And to let you know, your body is connected from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. So put that in perspective. Everything is connected. Everything is connected. Okay, don't let them tell you anything different. Okay, so we got that. If you were active duty, make sure that you apply for your VA benefits up until 3 months prior to you getting out. If you're not able to do it, that's fine. I wasn't able to do it. I didn't even know that I could do it. I had to do my own research. Okay, I applied a month before, actually 2 months before I got out of the military, so I wasn't able to get my benefits until after I left the military. So but it was perfectly fine. Once you've completed that, once you've did your application, or still did your application, once you've looked at your military records and you've also did a self-evaluation, then there's going to be a point inside of your application where they're going to start asking you about claims. Okay, there's like hundreds of different claims that you can claim even today, with the new PAC law that they just came out with, due to Orange Agent. There's, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe there's at least 23 more illnesses that you can claim, if that pertains to you, if that claim pertains to you. And so when I did my application for all the claims, again, I started from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. Okay, there is no amount of claims that you can claim. Okay, there's no limit to how many claims you can claim. Let me say it in that way. There's no limit to how many claims that you can claim. You can claim as many claims as you would like, and they have to go through every single last one of them. Okay, I claimed 33 33 claims. Okay? I told you I started from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. And you're going to work your way up all the way down, okay? And that's just not externally but internally. You need to remember all of this. Also, another tip is that make sure you have time to fill out your VA claim. Excuse me. Make sure you have time to fill out your VA claim. Do not fill out your VA claim and then leave and then come back. Make sure you have all of your information. The reason I say that is because when you're zoned in, when you have everything, when you have the time to do it, you're able to start really being able to thoroughly apply for it. Do not do a quick application for your VA benefits because you will pay for it, okay? I'm telling you, I'm pre-warning you ahead of time, okay? I took my time with my VA claim because I knew that it was going to be beneficial of me. Now, I'm not saying that I'm perfect or anything in shape and form, but your girl is 100% permanent and total. So, I'm just letting you know, all right? So they're going to ask you to each claim, they're going to ask you, how is this pertaining to your military time? Okay. And you need to write a, like a small brief summary, 1 or 2 sentences minimum, but write a brief summary for each one of them, each one of your claims. So I use myself as an example. I had major headaches I could not explain, and they were for long periods of time. So I'm talking about I can go days where I'll go to sleep in pain, wake up in pain. I could not have any bright lights in my face. I still have that, and I have them most of the time, a few times a week. So it's really, really bad. So that was a claim that I did. How did I pertain it to the military? While I was in the military, I had headaches. My headaches started from early in the morning to a couple of days ago by, and I still have the headaches. My schedule was consistently changing, so I had nothing consistent. My lack of sleep was very inconsistent. So I can't explain exactly why I'm having these headaches. I just know that while I was in the military, this situation would happen. You don't have to say all of that, but in that way that you can explain why you feel this is pertaining to, because while you were having these, okay? So once you've done that to every single last one of your claims, they're going to ask you, are you sure? Is all of this information correct? Do it electronically. Make sure you do it electronically. Now, some people, they prefer to write, kudos to you, but there's a such thing as copy and paste on a lot of your things, because I had a lot of things that were pertaining to the equipment that I wore. I wore 35 to 45 pounds every day, to include in my M4 and my M9. And so all of that weight was a lot on me. So a lot of the pains and aches that I had were similar. So I was able to, do a lot of copying and pasting on certain things because I didn't have to rewrite it. So I would highly recommend that you do it electronically because it'll help you out in the long term. So, I think I made this video really long, but I'm just really trying to make sure that I'm as thorough as possible. So, applying early, making sure that you get your medical records. You can view them online while you're active duty. Make sure that you do a self-evaluation of yourself to go back. If you can get appointments in while you're in, go ahead and do that. And make sure that you have time to do your application. Do not have a little time, try to do it really quickly, because you will pay for it later. You will pay for it. Okay, I've had more than one person have that struggle where they rushed on their application, didn't put in what they needed to put in, and they paid for it. Now they're fighting to try to get this information, trying to get compensation when they could have knocked it out in one swoop. So those are my tips, and that is for applying. If you like this video, if you like the information that I provided, if you would like to know more about the process, I'll be more than happy to explain more. If you like this video, please don't forget to comment, share, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you have any questions whatsoever. I have no problems answering any questions. Until my next video, I look forward to talking to you all. Blessings, kings and queens. Bye.